If you want to say something horrible about Israel, go ahead. If you want to say something horrible about Palestine or Hamas, go ahead. If you want to tear down a sign on a wall that says F white people, F black people, F Israel, F Palestine, you want to tear it down? You want to remove it? What's wrong with that? What if that particular poster, what if that particular sign was in and of itself improperly affixed to something? What if it was on a traffic box or a pole? If I decide to take something, a placard, and I slap it up there, and I'm basically vandalizing something, I'm committing criminal mischief, or I'm putting up something that is not authorized, and you come along and you don't like it, and you take it down, so what? As opposed to a political sign. If there's a Trump sign or a Biden sign in somebody's front lawn, affixed, polled, or Black Lives Matter, or trust the science, or whatever they used to say, and I run out and I steal it, that's a different story. That's theft. It's also trespass. But if there's a sign, if I have a sign that says, these people were kidnapped by Hamas, and I stick this poster on something, and you come up and you tear it down, let's talk about this. Is that proper? The first question is it proper for me to through adhesive, affix this sign? Let's assume it is. And you were to come along, and by the way, this is a public wall, kind of, like the old post no bills, but this time you're posting a bill to something, maybe just a construction site or whatever it is. It's kind of like a non-offensive graffiti. But I come along and I remove this. Can I do that? Is that a violation of your First Amendment right? Well, the answer is no, because I'm not the government. But should you be forced to be fired from your job? Let's say you're a public defender. Let's say you're a teacher. Let's say you're somebody associated with the government, and you exercise the right to disagree with something that has been placed on a wall. Here in New York, we see them all the time in these little, I don't know what it's like, a traffic monitor box. It clearly belongs to the city or something, and people will put stuff on it. But if I come up and I remove it, if Rashida Tlaib says something hateful about Israel, does she not have the right to say that? They want to censure her? Why don't you just go and counter what she's saying by saying something in reverse? Is it against the law to hate Israel? Is it against the law to hate anybody so long as what you're doing is merely speech? I submit it's absolutely your right to hate, to be stupid, to despise, to vocally excoriate, execrate, lambaste, lampoon, anybody. I don't understand this. I don't understand. Is it not the right of a law student? And by the way, this doesn't mean I agree with anything that people are saying, because I don't. My personal opinion has something to do. That's not the arbiter of whether something is correct. I don't understand this. I don't understand where we're not. Did we not learn from COVID when people lost medical licenses, when people lost social media platforms because they dared to bring up hydroxychloroquine or ivermectin, or dared to suggest that maybe the CDC was incorrect? Maybe they were vaccine deniers or anti-vaxxers. Maybe they were election deniers. Didn't we learn from that? What is this, America or not? If Rashida Tlaib or the squad want to stand up and say horrible things about Israel, so what? If you don't like it, put somebody in, remove her from office. Not that. But to censure her? Because what? And when people say, well, it's obvious, Hamas has been declared a terrorist organization by the UN. Oh, now you're listening to the UN? Fine. Let me go back and say this again to you. I don't agree with any of these people. I don't agree with any of these people. But if you can hate Hamas, but you can't hate Israel, how does that work? Don't tell me, well, one is legitimate and one's not. It doesn't work like that. Who is telling me what I can and cannot say? Now, here in New York, there's a big deal, and it's happening a lot. Some people are teetering on violence. Let me be very, very clear. The moment that you exhibit violence towards anything for any reason, that just removes this from the free speech argument. Okay? You understand this? That simple. And what's important to note is that if you want to hate Israel, go ahead. If you want to hate Zionism, or you want to support Zionism, or love Israel, say anything. Here's a hashtag. Hashtag, so what? We are losing our minds. I don't understand how we are, in the course of our anger, forgetting what we as Americans are all about. The First Amendment. Freedom of speech. Freedom of expression. I don't care what you say. Just don't hurt anybody. Don't involve children, small animals. Don't libel. I'm going to be talking about this new deepfake problem we have. We have a very serious issue regarding AI and AGI, which we're going to get to, which nobody seems to understand. But if I see one more person say that so-and-so tore down signs, and okay, provided that is not in and of itself a crime, provided me trespassorially removing kind of a anti-defacement, so long as that is not verboten, so what? So what? If there was a swastika that you saw stickered, put a sign that said swastikas, and you took them and you tore it down, would anybody say, hey? Of course not. Because you don't like that speech. Freedom of speech should not be dependent upon whether you agree with it. That's where we are. I have been saying this now for 35 plus years, since I first became a part of what is now called talk radio, or professional talk. And that is that if ever we lose our First Amendment, if ever we lose the ability to speak, if ever we lose the ability to express ourselves and to opine, it won't be because some invading Visigoth or communist legion came in and wrested the ability from us. No, we will have given it away. We will have given it away proudly and with a smile on our face, because we are idiots. Please like this video. If you want, subscribe to the channel. And I'd love for you to comment as you see fit.